What's up, everybody? It's me, Johnny G, and welcome back for yet another review. And this time it's something that I've been kind of wanting to try for a while and haven't gotten the opportunity to. Basically, today I had to stop at the grocery store real quick to try and find a new scoop for our cat litter bin upstairs to be able to scoop the litter out and put it into our litter robot. And unfortunately, I ended up going through Walmart, couldn't find one. Ended up in the Dollar Tree, and in the Dollar Tree, I remembered seeing somebody post about them selling these. So when I went through the aisles and I eventually found a sand shovel, sand toy, whatever, but it worked perfectly to be a litter scoop, I ended up deciding to take a walk over into the food and drinks. And in the drinks section, I came across cans of a soda. And this soda in particular is Wild Bill's Ring Pop Watermelon Craft Soda. Now, I've wanted to try this for a while, and the reason why is each year, I've talked about it a few times here on the channel, my family and I like to go to a convention, an anime convention in Pittsburgh, PA, called Tekka. And usually in the dealer's hall, Wild Bill's Soda Company is there. They are there with a station set up, and usually they sell these, they sometimes sell multi-packs of the sodas in cans, but they usually sell special limited edition mugs and stuff like that you pay for the mug and you can refill it with bottomless soda essentially all weekend. Unfortunately, it's usually well out of our price range. Even before my wife and I started taking our kids along, it was something where we were just kind of like, it's very, very pricey. We decided to stay away from it. It's a convention rate, but still, even at that, we always took water. We always have bottled water and stuff with us. And sometimes we'll take other hydration drinks, whatever, energy drinks and stuff to keep us going. And we usually don't need that anyways. But it's always been something that's kind of been on the back of our mind to try. Every time we see that they're there, it's like tempting, but we never have gotten to. Now, I'm sure things will taste a little bit different in the can than it will in, coming from the tap, because that's usually how they have things set up there. They have different taps along the side of this big, barrel looking station that they have set up with stuff behind it to pour the soda from. That kind of goes without saying that it may taste a little bit different. But even still, I've heard very, very good things about these drinks. And there's a few cool things to note that are actually noted on the can as well. First of all, it's pure cane sugar, so it is pure sugar, caffeine-free, veteran-owned, and 0 artificial colors and flavors. And I can put that up there, let it focus, and you guys can see that as well. Now, we will go ahead and do our typical review steps here. We'll go ahead and we'll go over nutrition facts first, and then we'll do the smell test and the taste test. And I do have a glass here to pour some out in. Now, this is cold. I had it refrigerated, so I'll be able to, just pour it out. I won't add ice or anything to it. I'm curious as to what it is by itself. So let's go ahead and start with our nutrition facts. Now, again, I'll put this up here. I'll let it focus. You guys can pause if you want to read it yourself and read the ingredients and things like that. Otherwise, I'll go ahead and read these facts to you. And first up, this is a 12 fluid ounce can. Now, it's neat because it is in the skinny can format, makes it just a tiny bit taller. Serving size is 1 can. Amount per serving, calories is 170. Total fat is 0 grams. Sodium is only 15 milligrams. Total carbohydrates is 43 grams, which is total sugars, and that's 43 grams of added sugars. Now, of course, that is added sugar, but whether or not it matters, it is pure cane sugar. Hopefully, as they claim, that is true. And there is 0 grams of protein in this as well. So, I don't know about you guys, but I do like ring pops. I liked them growing up. I still like them every once in a while if I end up getting a hold of one. Watermelon was always a good flavor too. And when it comes to watermelon sodas, I've had a couple and I've liked them all. So I'm hoping that this holds up as well. Let's go ahead and crack it open and do that smell test. Ooh. Very, very watermelony smell, but it's not just like a classic watermelon. It is a watermelon candy smell, which is awesome. There is a quite different scent when it comes to that candy-like smell. So let's go ahead and pour it out and see what it is color-wise. Interesting. It is a very clear soda, plenty carbonated, but it does have a pinkish tint to it. I could see that as it was pouring out. And again, my glasses are smoky, so you can't really see it too well through the side there, but I'm sure if you looked close enough as I was pouring, you could probably see that too. I could see it, just a hint of that pink color to it, which is a little odd considering the color that's on the ring pop itself. But still, I'm excited because it gives that smell and it reminds me of a lollipop or like a watermelon Jolly Rancher or something to that effect. Now, again, I've heard good reviews about this. I've heard good reviews about the brand, about the flavor and stuff of the soda, even by the people that attend the convention with us that have talked about it on like the Facebook page and stuff like that. And they do have a website you can go to. I know you used to be able to go to their website and order the sodas and stuff from it. So I'll put that in the description if I can find it for you guys. And then if you want to check it out, read up more and see what other flavors and things they offer, you can. I do know that their root beer is supposed to be fantastic, but that's a different story. That's something that, again, haven't gotten to try. And all I know is that the Dollar Trees around are supposed to be carrying this now, even though it is a limited edition according to the can. With that though, we've smelled it, we've read the stuff. Let's taste it and find out how good it is. Whoa. Woo. Interesting. When I poured it out of the can, there was definitely fizz and stuff flying, and there was a little bit of carbonation. But weirdly enough, even as it sits here still, it doesn't look like it's that fizzy or anything, but when you taste it, it's kind of deceiving. Like there's a little more of a bubbly feeling to it. Kind of goes away quicker though. And I don't know if that's the craft soda aspect to it. I really don't know what that means, but it kind of hits you with carbonation real quick, and then it goes away quicker than your normal soda, I should say. But the flavor, wow. Absolutely. Tastes like, excuse me, like someone liquefied a ring pop itself and poured it into a can and carbonated it. A little bit of water to thin it out. I mean, that is the flavor through and through. There's no difference there. That's so cool. You know, sometimes you get something like this that's branded in a way, and it typically has like hints of the taste, or it tastes so much like it, but then there's a difference. There is a difference to it that you can taste that is, it kind of separates it. And you can tell that, well, this is the item flavored like this, but it's not exactly the same. It is just a little bit different. It doesn't quite hold up. It's not as strong. Excuse me. It's not as strong, or whatever the case may be. In this case, this literally tastes exactly like the thing. And there was a time a couple years ago even that I had gotten something, I believe it was off of the TikTok shop. I had gotten an energy drink. I want to say about 2 years ago now, and I bought a case of them, and they were real cheap. It was like some sort of a sale. I think it was in around Black Friday time. Rise Energy, I believe it was, and they have a lot of different branded options like Kool-Aid. I think they had a Ring Pop branded thing. They had Sunny D and whatnot, and a lot of those tasted very close, but not identical. That's like the closest comparison that I could think of right now, because again, Kool-Aid, Ring Pop, Sunny D, different flavors that they had that just didn't quite get the exact same flavor as what it was collabed with. This tastes like the Ring Pops, again, melted down, a little bit of water to thin it down, and carbonated and thrown in that can. I mean, if you were craving a Ring Pop, but for whatever reason nowhere around had ring pops, but you found a can of this, you would be perfectly satisfied. Guaranteed. That's just the way I'm looking at it. If I walked into, and what's funny is the last time I looked for ring pops, Walmart didn't have them. I did find them at Dollar Tree. If I walked into Dollar Tree, couldn't find a ring pop, but I saw that, I'd pick that up, buy one, drink it, would be good. And I mean, realistically, think about the amount of liquid that's in here. If you were to separate it and shape it into ring pop forms, you'd get more than, more than just one ring pop. You'd get a handful. That has such a good flavor. Honestly, for this particular flavor, for Wild Bill's, number one, I'm impressed. I like the flavor. And the crazy thing is, even though it definitely was a lot of sugar listed there on the can, pure cane sugar and whatnot, it tastes good. It tastes good. It's not overly sweet for me. And again, I like the ring pops. I like lollipops and stuff like that. Sometimes you can get them where they're a little bit too sweet and whatnot, or a little bit too sour, whatever the case is. And this isn't really that to me. It doesn't overpower. It's not turning me away. I would definitely enjoy more of this, even though I'm trying to stick to, if I have soda, it's the zero sugar to try and, balance things out for me and for health purposes and stuff, and kind of weaning myself away from drinking it as much. I still, if I wanted something sweet and was kind of like, let's say I was doing a cheat day or something and I wanted to reach for something a little bit different, I could see myself grabbing one of these over a regular sugary soda or something to that effect. And I think after one, I would be content. I would be satisfied. I don't think I'd want any more. I'd go back to my zero sugar or go back to my water or something else and be fine. I'd be happy. With that said, what would I rate it? I think for this one in particular, I'm gonna go with a solid 9 out of 10. Love the flavor. The novelty of it is the ring pop flavor, but it's really, really good. It's a ton of sugar though for this little can. And I mean, it's one of those things though, even though it's pure cane sugar, it's still, for someone like me who's trying to lose weight, as tempting as this is, it's just one of those things. That's just it. It's tempting, and I don't want to be tempted too much. So I've got to make sure that the other 3 that are in the fridge for the rest of the family here get dried, get drank, and get out of here before I end up stealing them, for darn sure. With that said though, I appreciate each and every one of you for taking the time out of your day to watch these videos, to hang out here on the channel, whether it's these videos, my gaming content, or anything else. Let me know in the comments if you've tried any of the Wild Bill's sodas, or what your favorite flavor of ring pop is, if you've had those, or lollipop, whatever the case is. You pick, we'll talk about it in the comments. That's it for this one. Please make sure to like the video, subscribe if you're new to the channel, and I will see you all next time.